Hi everybody, I'm Will.
And I'm Succinct and Punchy, and we are breaking through the wall of a giant battleship. That's fucking rad. I love this level.
This is Freedom Planet.
This is Final Dreadnought Round 1. So the final series of levels in this game are like rounds of one bigger level. There's 4 of them. This is round 1. It opens incredibly bombastically. The music is like blaring and exciting. It's fucking rad. I love it.
Yeah, it's basically a good way to kind of cut between levels and have each of the parts of Final Dreadnought get a nice boss encounter at the end, and then kind of swap between mood and kind of the style of each level in a way that's really paced nicely. It's good. It's good. It's a good set of levels.
It's a really nice conclusion to this game. You can see, like, he talks to you as the level goes on, you can see the enemies flying from the background, it's like, there's so many of them that trying to fight them all is a huge waste of your time and you will probably die. Do not bother.
Yeah.
I've done it.
Yeah.
It ain't worth it.
You don't get anything for it. Don't bother.
I wanted to see if there was anything for it. There's, like, so many enemies. They don't respawn infinitely. There is a limited number of them.
The great portion of them are, like, Shade Troopers as well, so there's just so much...
Beefy.
Yeah, really beefy.
And you also got these, like, teleporter things that dash you around and stuff. Those are like, present in the final Dreadnought set of levels to varying degrees. Mm-hmm. And here at Airlocks, it even has, like, air physics on your Dragon Boost, so that, like, pushed me downwards. This is, like, one of the few instances of instant death hits, because if you get flushed out the airlocks, you die. Presumably because you are now in the vacuum of space.
Yeah, which, you know, these guys do actually need to breathe, shockingly. This isn't a Sonic game. Can't just go into space for free.
It's another cool little hazard that, again, is contextualized really nicely with, again, like, the background yelling of Brevin.
And like other hazards that would kill you instantly, this one has a pretty decent amount of lead-in. On the first airlock that gets opened, there's a bar. There's quite a ways down, actually, before you actually die. So, it's not like, oh, I've been opened on the airlock and I'm dead now, blah. No, it's pretty well designed.
But the thing with the Final Dreadnought levels is that while they're like 4 levels of one bigger level, each individual piece is quite short. So, like, we're coming up on the boss of it now, and we're only 2 minutes on the clock.
Yeah.
This ain't me going crazy fast, it's just a short level.
Yeah, it's... Although, what's the actual, like, speedrun clear? Is it 4 minutes on this one?
I have no idea. So this is the boss. It's 10 Force. Have you played Gunstar Heroes before?
I wonder which game this boss is inspired by.
Do you understand my video game humor? I'm getting my ass kicked by this boss as well, by the way. I find these running fights, like this one and Robo Panther are the only 2 examples, kind of awkward because you always gravitate to the left. I have no health. This is the closest I've come to dying the entire playthrough.
Yeah, it's kind of tense. It's fun.
Nah, but I win though. Too good at this.
Yeah, just get in there.
So because these levels are all really short, and for the most part they flow really cleanly into one another, there's no cutscenes in between to interrupt the video game, we're doing 2 levels in the same video.
Yep, so we're going to go straight from Final Dreadnought 1 to Final Dreadnought 2.
And this level has a darker mood and like a more ambient background track to contrast like the explosive action of the first one, which I think paces a lot better. But this level is probably my least favourite level in the game.
It's really hard. It's actually quite annoyingly hard. There's some enemy placement that really gets to be pretty annoying, actually. And the challenge is welcome, but in order to achieve challenge, there are just certain things you have to do that are not fun.
I'm avoiding damage really well here as well, but it's up to this point, it's been very easy to land on things and just take damage for no particular reason, but like, without being me and having like an incredibly good foresight of the level layout.
Yeah.
Like, I know all of these levels backwards and front.
Right, exactly. So it's... And especially since you know that kicking is, like, the best way to deal damage. If you don't know that, in this level in particular, it's going to really screw you. Like, if you think that Cyclones...
Yeah, Cyclones don't do as much damage as they seem. So this is the first room where you're going to get your ass nailed to the wall. You have to kill this squid again, but there's 2 plants down there who repeatedly shoot poison gas at you that can do damage, and if those Shade Troopers follow you down there, which they can, I got really lucky and they didn't. they can also spend time shooting you. I stuck a really good boost, grabbed the keycard, and got the hell out, like, really quickly, but that room is exceptionally easy to die in.
Yeah, especially if you, again, like, knowing how to deal damage quickly is a key to that. Because if you're trying to kill that squid with cyclones, it's going to take you a long time. You're going to be in danger for a lengthy period of time, and you're probably going to die there.
Again, I made that room look like so much easier than it is.
And again, Shade Troopers, contact damage enemies, things that are really quite painful. And these things as well. You will almost always get nailed, even speedrunners regularly get nailed by these things going up.
The random bullet flying by. So I've lost most of my health now to the stage, just taking random hits here and there. I am playing on hard as well, which is like amplifying this even more.
I like this gimmick, but I hate his line a little bit.
Boosh.
So he turns off the oxygen, which is pretty cool. It makes the level quite tense at this point, and is worked well into some other stuff that they do later with the level design. But I don't like his line, because he says, "You're forgetting something very important about our troops." But the thing is, nobody ever knew that the troops didn't need oxygen. What he should have said was, "There's something you might not know about our troops. They don't need oxygen." That would have made a lot more sense.
Still, I think it's a great gimmick. Like, because it's very sudden. It's like, oh god, what? Like, the breath meter's going. It's like, there's a certain archetype for levels in video games, right? You have the water level, you have the lava level, you have the level that you're in a spaceship and the oxygen go. Wait, what?
Yeah, exactly.
Like, that's new. That's a new one.
And it's really quite cool. It's tense too, because you're given a bubble shield by Mila, but there are a bunch of things that are just kind of designed to hit you and deal damage, take pot shots.
On hard mode, this is even more difficult because the water shield, like shields in general, take only one hit on hard mode.
Yeah, exactly.
Which means if you take the one hit, you immediately lose your only source of oxygen and start slowly ticking to death, because if your breath meter runs out, you die instantly. And it's also important to note that I said in the Jade Creek video that Lilac takes like longer to die by being underwater, twice as long, does not apply to this section.
Yeah, because it's not water, it's just oxygen. Being out of oxygen.
I don't know, I imagine it's actually because like the double timer would make the section incredibly easy as Lilac.
Would.
That life fell through the floor, and I don't know why.
There was something else I was gonna say about, oh, that's right. If you play, I think it's easy or casual, as well as the bubble shields taking more damage, like bubble pits will appear through the level, that will make things
yeah,
easier for...
oxygen bubbles. Not like Sonic Star bubbles, which like come out of the floor at timed intervals, always exactly when you don't need them.
Yeah.
Just fixed bubbles on the floor.
Yeah, you just walk by them.
And this last section is like, they have, you have to like get on the button to make it raise, break a side that you need to go up, again get off the button, and the timing is honestly quite finicky, because the platform has like momentum. It doesn't stop instantly, it doesn't stop on a dime as soon as you let go, so you gotta let go quite early, and then go.
Yeah, and this is, I kind of think it's clever in a way, because it means that if you wanted to go fast, you have to take the hit to your shield and lose it.
I want to keep my shield, because this boss coming up is a pain in the balls on hard mode.
Yep, so we get to see Serpentine again, but he's a little bit different this time around.
He seems unwell.
Yeah, Trying to get to that ledge.
I missed it. There's a secret up there, there's a life thing, it's like the Sonic 3 and Knuckles thing, cut me a break. So this is Giga Serpentine. He's one of the few instances of the boss patterns being actually different on hard. He is ridiculously fast on hard.
Yeah, probably in part because the boss pattern on hard was the original boss pattern before the game, I think just before the game shipped.
Yeah, it was nerfed significantly because he's incredibly fast and it's really hard to do this stuff on reaction. Like, I'm really good at this game and I think this is like probably the hardest single boss in the game on hard mode.
Yeah, and
this is bonkers. He hurts a lot too. That, if I boosted the wrong direction, that would have killed me flat.
Even if you are like playing on easier difficulties, this is probably the hardest boss in the game.
Yeah, I scraped by that with one health remaining, and I'm like quite good at this game. But again, because it's an FD level, there is no cutscene at the end of this one, it just flows into the next one, so that's the video. Thank you for watching.
Bye-bye!
See you next time!